Ever wondered what happens when you eat a tablespoon of sugar daily? The answer might just surprise you. We live in a world where sugar is everywhere, discreetly tucked into our favorite foods and drinks. It's a sweet treat we often can't resist, but consuming it regularly can have significant effects on our health. In fact, the average person consumes about 22 teaspoons of added sugar each day. That's triple the recommended limit. Stay tuned as we delve into the sweet and not so sweet world of sugar. To understand the impacts of sugar, it's crucial to first know what it is. Sugar, that delightful sweetener we sprinkle on our morning cereals and stir into our cups of coffee, is more than just a sweet treat. It's a type of carbohydrate found naturally in a variety of foods, from the lactose in milk to the fructose in fruit. There are many types of sugar, but the ones we're most familiar with are probably sucrose, fructose, and glucose. Sucrose, or table sugar as we commonly know it, is derived from sugar cane or sugar beets. It's the white or brown sugar you usually see in grocery stores. When we consume sucrose, our body breaks it down into fructose and glucose. Fructose is the sugar found in fruits, honey, and root vegetables. It's what gives these foods their sweet taste. Our bodies process fructose differently than other sugars because it's metabolized in the liver. This can be a good thing, as fructose doesn't cause insulin spikes, but it can also lead to fat storage if consumed in excess. Glucose, on the other hand, is our body's preferred source of energy. It's found in carbohydrates like bread, pasta, and cereals. When we eat these foods, our body breaks down the carbohydrates into glucose, which is then used for energy. Did you know there's also something called high fructose corn syrup? This is a type of sweetener made from cornstarch and is often used in soft drinks, candies, and processed foods. It's been a subject of controversy due to its potential health effects, which we'll delve into in later scenes. And let's not forget about sugar alcohols like xylitol, sorbitol, and erythritol. These are often used as sugar substitutes in sugar-free or no-sugar added products. They're less sweet than sugar and have fewer calories, but they can cause digestive issues if consumed in large amounts. Now that we know the basics, let's see what happens when this sweet substance enters our body. We'll explore the immediate and long-term effects of sugar on our health, and trust me, it's a journey worth taking. So, stick around as we unravel the sweet and not-so-sweet truth about sugar. Scene script: sugar rush or sugar crash. Let's find out. When we consume sugar, our bodies are put through a roller coaster ride of sorts. Picture this. You've just had a sweet treat. The sugar enters your bloodstream and your blood sugar levels start to rise. In response, your pancreas kicks in and produces insulin, a hormone that helps your cells absorb the sugar and convert it into energy. This sudden surge of energy is what some might refer to as a sugar rush. You feel alert, your mood lifts, and for a brief moment, you're on top of the world. But, as they say, what goes up must come down. As your cells absorb the sugar, your blood sugar levels start to drop. This sudden dip can lead to a sugar crash. You might start to feel tired, irritable, or even a bit foggy. This is your body's way of telling you it's out of fuel. That's not all, though. Consuming sugar also triggers the release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, in your brain. This is why we often reach for sweet treats when we're feeling down. It's a quick and easy way to boost our mood. But, like the sugar rush, this feeling is short-lived. The dopamine release also explains why sugar can be addictive. Our brains are wired to seek out activities that release dopamine. The more sugar we consume, the more our brains crave it. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break. But let's not forget about insulin, our unsung hero. When we consistently consume large amounts of sugar, our bodies have to produce more and more insulin to keep up. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where our cells become less responsive to insulin. This can ultimately pave the way for type 2 diabetes. So, you see, the immediate effects of sugar consumption are not as sweet as they seem. They are fleeting and can set the stage for more serious health issues down the line. The immediate effects might seem manageable, but what about the long-term effects? The long-term effects of sugar consumption are where things start to get sticky. Now let's talk about the not-so-sweet side of sugar. Imagine a daily habit, a spoonful of sugar, that seems harmless. Now imagine that habit carried out over months, even years. The effects can be quite significant. One of the most common health issues linked to high sugar consumption is weight gain. Our bodies convert excess sugar into fat, which can accumulate over time, leading to obesity. But that's not all. This excess weight can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Here's how it works. When you consume sugar, your body releases insulin, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels. Too much sugar can cause your body to become resistant to insulin, meaning your blood sugar levels stay high, which can eventually lead to diabetes. And the risk doesn't stop at diabetes. Regular consumption of sugar can also lead to heart disease. When you consume a lot of sugar, your liver gets overloaded with fructose, and is forced to turn it into fat. Some of this fat ends up in your bloodstream as bad cholesterol, or LDL, which can build up in your arteries, increasing the risk of heart disease. Furthermore, sugar can have negative effects on your teeth. It provides easily digestible energy for the bad bacteria in your mouth, leading to tooth decay. Lastly, a high sugar diet can also lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that occurs when too much fat is stored in liver cells. This can cause inflammation and damage to your liver, similar to the damage caused by heavy alcohol use. It's important to remember that these effects are linked to excessive, long-term consumption of added sugars, not the natural sugars found in fruits and dairy products. So, how do we back up these claims? Let's look at some scientific studies. Science has a lot to say about the impact of sugar on our health. Over the years, numerous scientific studies and experiments have delved into the effects of sugar on our bodies. Let's take a look at some of the most compelling and eye-opening ones. In a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, researchers found that people who consumed more than a quarter of their daily calories as sugar had twice the risk of dying from heart disease as those who got less than 10% of their calories from sugar. Another experiment conducted by a team of scientists from the University of California, San Francisco, looked at the effects of sugar consumption on children. They replaced the sugar in the children's diets with starchy foods. The children maintained the same weight, yet showed significant improvements in their blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and other important health markers within just 10 days. In a study carried out by the University of Cambridge, it was found that sugar affects the brain similarly to addictive drugs. When we consume sugar, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. This is the same reaction our brain has when we use drugs like cocaine. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine suggested that sugar could be as damaging to the liver as alcohol. The researchers found that fructose, a type of sugar, is processed in the liver in a similar way to alcohol, potentially leading to conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And let's not forget the research done by the Harvard School of Public Health. They found that drinking 1 to 2 sugary drinks per day increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by about 26%. These studies and experiments are just a few examples of the extensive body of research highlighting the potential dangers of excessive sugar consumption. Now that we know the effects of sugar, what can we do about it? The answer lies in making informed decisions about our diet, reducing our sugar intake, and opting for healthier alternatives. But that's a topic for our next scene. Stay tuned! Cutting down on sugar doesn't mean cutting down on sweetness in life. There's always room for healthier alternatives. For instance, you could opt for natural sweeteners like honey or agave nectar. These not only sweeten your food, but also come packed with nutrients and fewer calories. You could also consider fruits. They're naturally sweet and a great source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They can easily satisfy your sweet tooth while also providing numerous health benefits. And then there's dark chocolate. With less sugar and more cocoa, it's a healthier choice for those chocolate cravings. In terms of beverages, avoid sugary drinks and stick to water, herbal tea, or unsweetened coffee. And remember, it's not about completely eliminating sugar from your diet, it's about making smart choices and reducing your intake. Try to gradually decrease the amount of sugar you consume daily, and your taste buds will adjust over time. Remember, moderation is key when it comes to sugar consumption. We hope this video gave you a new perspective on sugar. If you found it useful, don't hesitate to subscribe, like, or share. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Remember, your health is your wealth. Stay informed, stay healthy. Until next time.